Start.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, let's wait a little bit for all the attendees. My name is Catarina, and I work in the Kalipso marketing department. First, I want to thank you for your presence on this sunny Friday. Today's webinar is about push notifications and Kalipso Studio, and will last about an hour. If you have any questions during the presentation, you can write them down in the chat using the Q&A option. At the end of the session, our presenter, Emmanuel Barros, as you can see, will answer those questions. As always, this webinar will be published on our YouTube channel. We will send you the link by email. So this is all the information I have to tell you. So today's webinar will be presented by Emmanuel Barros. Once again, he's already here. Hi, Emmanuel.
Hi.
How are you? Are
Fine,
you ready?
thanks. And you? Yes, I think I'm ready. Can you hear me well? Can you listen to me? Okay, good. Thank you. So let's try to share my screen. See my screen? Okay, good. Okay, Katrina, just show me if you can see my screen. Just show you your hand. Okay, João is telling me yes. Okay, that's good. So today I will try, and that's the word try to explain how to use push notification in less than an hour. It's a lot to cover. I hope it works the first time. By the end, I will share with you a link with a project that is already built, so you can try by yourself in your computer with your license of Kalipso. And let's just me try to explain a little bit about how this works. Before I start, thank you all to come. That's a lot of people here today. The goal of push notifications here is to send a message to the phone. Okay, and this is not like an SMS, and this will rely on third-party servers like Google Firebase. Okay, Google Firebase. Okay, and the main idea is that you can have a server, your own server, that will send a message to Google Firebase, and then Google Firebase will send a message to the phone. Okay, and to be able to do that, we will need one or two things. Okay, we will need an ID that will be generated on the phone, and you need to send that ID to the server, and you will send that ID to the Google Firebase, so the Google Firebase know which device you want to send a message. The message itself, it's handled on the phone by the operating system. It's the operating system that will grab or fetch or receive the message from Google. So you almost don't have to do anything on the Kalipso part of the application. Okay. So I will start by, I created a project. This project is completely empty. It just have empty boxes and empty button here. This one was copy paste. And this one was also copy paste. And now I will go to the Google Firebase. I will create a new project, and we will start from there. Okay. Why I need the Google Firebase? And if you go here to project, if you go to push notification, and you activate this, you see that you can load the file that is Google service.json. This is the file we want to be able to enable to receive message from Google services. Okay, so this is Firebase from Google. Let me go to my console. I already have here a project, but I will create a new one. So this is push notification 02 something. Okay, I don't need that. It sometimes takes a little bit. It's not too long. Let's go back here. So I will enable and I will save the project. Okay, I told you here on the presentation that I will need some kind of ID. Okay, where we get that? It's easy. I have here a button to get that ID. Double click, actions. If I search for push notification, you see that the first option is the push notification get client ID. Okay, and we need that ID. Okay, so I'll put it on a variable client ID. Okay, and I need to see that ID, and just to make my life a little bit easier, I will save this in a file, a text file. This is not the best idea or the best solution. You should send this to a server, to a database or to a web service and so on. But now, to make my life easier, I will just save a file. File, save content. Sorry. Okay, and I will copy that to my download folder. Okay. One thing that's important is just the ID from the key client. It's different from the ID when you compile your final application. Okay. So we will need to compile the final application to be able to test this. But now I can try to do some kind of tests just with this ID. Okay, let's see. So let me check if this is working. Okay. 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 So it worked. So if I go here to file, it's there. Let's copy. So this is the idea of the phone. So it's quite big and it's unique. Okay, let's leave it here for a moment. And let's check if Google already finished the job. Yes. Okay, good. So now I need my my JSON file. So I'll need to go to project, general, where is project settings? Oh, they changed this again. Okay, so that's the tricky part doing this live. So I'm searching. If you know where they put the JSON file, you can tell me. Where is it? Okay, I forget that part. We need to register one. Consiste. Okay, we have it here. So push notification. I will save it this here. Let's load that project. Push notification, load JSON file. Okay, so now I have it. Let's try to send this again to the Android. Okay, and let's try to send a notification from Kalipso. Okay. We have the client ID here. Let's see if this works. Sorry. Okay. And I have here the notification. See, title hello. Okay. So it's working. That's the easy part. Okay. The hard part is how can I send a message using also Kalipso here. Okay. Oops. Okay, like simulating the server. How can I send a message to Firebase and then Firebase send the message back again to the application? Okay, so now we have the client ID, and I need some more identifications. I will use a web service from Google to send the message. You can check the documentation here. I will show you in a moment. Let me copy paste the documentation. Okay. So we will use this web service to send the message. And to send the message, I need a secret. Okay. And that secret, it's on my console. Let me move that. We don't need this, we don't need that. Let's just go to the console. And now I need cloud messaging and my server key that is here. Okay, let's go here to Kalipso. and I will use this hard coded. Okay, set value, global variable, server key. Let me check if I copy this. I think so. Okay. So I have a client ID, and now we can try to send the message. Okay. So what I will need the HTTP request to send the title, body, and the to will be to my how can I say to myself. Okay. So what I will do, I will copy that, set value, to my screen. Let me just, before save this. Okay. Okay. Now let's focus here on the send. Okay, so we need the HTTP request to a server. The server, it's this server. Oh, did I delete it, the documentation part? Maybe I did. Sorry. Where is the documentation? Oh, it's here. Okay, it's a HTTPS server, secure to Google. So I need, and this will be, I'll create a JSON file. You can have a lot of options. I will not use all that option. You still need to read the documentation. Okay, I will resume that, and you can have a resume also here. Let me show you. Before I do that, if you go to project, when you send the notification, you have it here. Okay. So HTTP. So to the server, Google. Object is to send a message. This is HTTPS, so will be 443, and this is a post. Okay. And the difficult part is the header. So we need the authorization key. Okay. That is our server. Okay. And this will be sent as a JSON file. Okay, so we have our header. Now I need to send my a JSON file to send the message. Oops. Let's check again this and copy that. Copy. Okay. So this is the message. We will have a body and the title, and this can be default. and a message too. Okay. Because we are using Kalipso, so I need to convert the double quotes to double quotes. Okay. So I will just do that. Okay, I'll grab everything here. Okay. So body, I need to add my body of the message. That will be my input that is on the screen. This one, input body, and the title will be input title. And the two, I will send to. I will use the here. The input two. Okay. And I hope I didn't forget anything. Okay, so now if I try this application on my phone, this will fail. Okay, this will fail because the key client is using the server. Sorry, is using the server secret. I saved this on the wrong. Okay, good. The server that is on the key client, it's from sysdev. That's why you can send and test the message from the Kalipso to the key client. But to use my own key server, I will need to compile the application. So I need to do that. Let's compile this. This will take a while. I hope it doesn't crash. Normally, when I'm live, something goes wrong. And you can also use Google to test your cloud messaging. You can come here, send your first message, and you can use this. Okay. Okay. It's going well. Okay. Okay. Let's copy that to my phone. So I will close this. Okay, good. Fail permissions, that's normal because I'm trying to save something on download folder and that will fail. So Kalipso title, Kalipso body, that's good to me. And this is my new ID because now I have a new key client, sorry, a new application. So that ID, it's different. Now I will try to send the message to myself and I have the message here. Kalipso title, Kalipso body. Okay, everything went well. This was the last one. So let's go to questions and I hope I can help all the questions. Katrina, I need your help.
I'm here. Thank you, Emmanuel. Okay, let's then move on to the questions.
Hmm?
Let me see this one. Okay. The first question is, if needs to go to Google Firebase, it works on iOS?
Yes, Google Firebase can deliver to both platforms.
Okay. Second question, why not save it to the download folder instead of copy it there?
That was something that I was trying. Yes, you can try to save it to download folder, but now with Android 12, and I just upgraded to Android 12, that will fail. Okay, so this will no longer work. So let's just forget that part. So you need to send it by email or send it to your server or to your web service, but you can no longer in Android save it to download folder. At least from
Okay.
Android 11,
Let's
I think.
Move on to the
newer.
next. Is it correct client ID there and no server when you store the ID from Google?
Choose there. Sorry, I didn't quite understand the question. Correct that you choose client ID. Sorry, can you explain a little bit better the question? Maybe I think I know what's the problem. The client ID, when you open the application, this is automatically sending the ID to Google Firebase. So they know what is your client ID. But you also need to know the client ID so you can send to that address. Okay. So that's how Google can send it, and that's how you can receive push notification even if your application is closed. I don't know if this answers the question. If it's not, you can answer it. Ask me again. Please, next question.
Can you send a message to all terminals?
Yes, you can send a message to all terminals, or you send several push notifications. That's probably a bit annoying. Or you go here to message Firebase, and they have an option so you can send to multiple IDs. Okay. Please read the documentation. This is quite large, but yes, you can send to multiple IDs. Okay.
One more question. If I want to send to everyone who are using my app, how could I do that?
You need to list each one of the ID. It's not they don't have like all action. So you need to get all the IDs, and they need to send to all the IDs. I don't remember, sorry, what was the option to send to all. String option, but you can send a message to all users. Okay.
Next one, is that message show as number on the app icon?
As a number.
Show as number on the app icon.
I can send it again. It's just like this: the title, the body, and the small icon that you have for your application, and the name of the application. As you see, PEN, it was the name that I created.
Next one more question. Can I set a path in the notification message? So when the user clicks on the notification, the user will be taken directly to a set path.
No, you can't. No, you can't. What you can do is you can try. I didn't want to go there. Push, because this. Okay, you can get a message internally, and then if you have certain kind of message, you can open certain part of the application. But idea, no, there are different things. Okay, the push notifications is handled by the operating system. It doesn't have almost anything to do with the application. If you want to read the message from the application, you need to use push notification get message. Okay. And see Android and iOS.
Okay, let's find another question. That's just a permission setting, right? Having the local storage access permission, we should still be able to save the file?
No, Richard. Android 12 blocked that. They no longer want you to write on the download folder. I think, and you can ask support if there is some change, if you can change the manifest to force that, but by default you can't. That's a problem, I know, because I know many people use the download folder or other folders to save files, like I did right now, but it's Google rules, so we need to comply with them.
More general question: what are the uses of push notifications?
A lot of them. Imagine that you have people. Mention that you have, I don't know, someone delivering boxes, and you need to send a message that something changed, or they need to come back. Or if you have an application for your customers and you have a new promotion for the application, or you have a new information for them, so okay, they can open the application and read the information. So every time, and because you can get the ID, and this is very specific. Okay, this is just for the terminal, and you can associate other things with that ID. Let's say you save on your database, and this, I don't know if it's legal on certain parts of the world, but you can get the GPS coordinate, and you can save on your server the client ID and the GPS coordinates. So now you know where is your customer, so you can target a notification for them. So let's say they are in Lisbon and you have an application for cinema, and you have a new promotion in cinema in Lisbon. So you can send a notification for your customers that are near Lisbon with the promotion. I remember the cinema because we have a customer in Spain that has an application for cinemas. So that's maybe one use case.
Yes. If you don't know how many people are downloading the app from the store, how can you register the terminals?
But you know how many people are downloading the app from the store. And if they open the application, as soon as they open the application, you can right away save in your server the client ID. So right away, you know how many people are using the application, and you have their client ID. You probably don't know the name. You probably don't know which person it's using. But you know that someone is using your application. Okay, so and you can save that on your server. You need to save that on your server so you can handle the message. Okay.
Is there a pricing for using Firebase?
Oh yes, yes. I think they have a free for cloud messaging. They have some kind of free limit. Okay, 204 message a minute or an hour. Okay, and if you go above that limit, they will charge you. But you need to check that when you provide your credit card. But yes, they have a limit. Okay, and they charge you. I don't know how many. Let me check if I can choose for messaging pricing. Okay, it's here. No cost, pay as you go, document, cloud. Because Firebase includes a lot of other services, and we are just using one. Where is real-time cloud messaging, cloud storage? It's free, no cost. That's strange. Don't trust this. But if it's no cost, it's no cost. Okay, good. Maybe just have a limit for do not abuse, and it's at no cost. Good. So it's free, I hope.
One more question. If you can't save the download folder, how to capture an image and send it?
You save for P folder. Everything you need to save it always to, let's say, file save content. It's always to P folder, project folder. And if you need to send the message, the image, or either you send using Mesh Communicator, and that's not a problem, or you send by an FTP server, and that's also not a problem because you are sending from P folder, project folder, or you send to a web service. Okay, but for now, you cannot only use P folder.
Okay. Having sent a push message to the phone, can this be read by Kalipso?
Yes. You can use, let's see if I can try to do that. Oh, but then I need to compile these again. So okay, I don't want to compile this again. It will take another 10 minutes, but yes, you can get lost message, okay, or you can get all the IDs and then get the specific message, okay. You can get a full list. If, let's say, if the user lost more than one message, you can get all the ID of the message, and then push notification, get lost message, and you specify the ID and you get that specific message. Okay, for Android and iOS. Let's forget the Windows part here. You can use this with Windows 10 and Windows Phone, but Windows Phone no longer exists, so that's just focus on Android and iOS.
One more question. Some apps have an icon with number of alerts. Are those push notifications shown on the app icon?
On Kalipso? No, I don't think so. Let me. Oops. Sorry. Where is my application? Oh, yes, it is. Are you talking about this? So I have one push notification. That's that one. I didn't read it. So we have one message to read. Let's say that way. Okay. And you get the message that you need to read by the action push notification. Get message list that will give you a list of all the message. In this case, it's just one. Next question.
Okay. Next one. If reading the message into Kalipso, do we have to poll, or is that a better way to know a push message has arrived?
Sorry. If we read message, do we have to pull, or is a better way to know the push message? No, you need to pull. There's no better way. So when you open the first form, you can just get all the IDs, okay? And with number of items, you know how many you have. If you have more than one, so you know. Next question.
I think you can. One more question. How can we set up push notifications for Windows 10? I think you already.
It's the same thing. That's the good part. It's the same thing. You don't need to change anything because this will work for both, I think. To be honest, I never tried, but I think it's the same thing. Next question.
Well, we have a question in Portuguese.
Tá bem.
Nós usamos o software da MSN, solicitamos pequenos ajustes no programa às nossas necessidades feitas em Kalipso. Quem ou qual é a empresa que nos poderá fazer esses ajustes? Bem, isto é um bocadinho fora de contexto.
Não, sim, isso é completamente fora de contexto. Carlos Santos,
Never mind.
não leves a mal, mas manda-nos esse pedido por e-mail, pode ser. And sorry to all the folks here, so I replied in Portuguese, but in English, it's a customer that was asking questions about other product that we have that is MSS, and that's not the subject for today. So I'm asking him to send us an email.
And I think we ran out of questions. If anyone wants to write another one, feel free.
Okay. Regarding links, so let me paste some links here. So first link, documentation about send it to everyone. I hope you got. Did you got my link, Katerina? Message? No.
No, not yet.
Maybe I can't send message, or maybe I can't send links. Maybe I cannot send links here. So we will send you an email with the link for the sample, I can show you the sample a little bit, and let me bring back here. Okay. This is the sample that I will send to you. So this is a very, I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. I'm saving the server key and the ID on a local database. Okay, just so you don't need to do that every time you open the application, or if you can change. So when I'm opening the application, I'm just loading the default ID client and server client. That's just that. Okay. If you send it by email, you need to change this, of course. But that will just send a message, a body with the client ID. So you can try from your computer. Config file, we go to this windows where you can the server key and save it and send a notification. It's a screen, is almost exactly the same I showed to you, and the send message, it's the same. It's HTTP request. I think it's the same. I'm just reading the response from the server to be able that it was a success or a failure. Just that. Okay. That's. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you use the sample. And I hope I did remove my key. No, I didn't. Okay, so you need to provide your own. Okay. Okay, Katerina,
Okay,
do you have more
thank you.
questions?
Thank you, Manuel. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's it for today.
Okay, great. We managed to do this in less than 15 minutes. Great, great.
That's right. Thank you for your presence again, and thank you, Emmanuel. If you have more questions later, you can always send an email to our team. I hope to see you again in May for another webinar. And don't forget to follow Kalipso on social media. It's very important. And I think it's all. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.